Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Really quick before I start my intro, I just want to tell you guys this hair is provided by Nadula hair. This is their 26-inch straight pre-made wig. I will have all my links down below. I just wanted to make a quick disclaimer. This is a sponsored video. They did send me this hair. So if you guys don't like sponsored videos and you want to find somebody else that got the hair with their own money, I will advise you to search up the same type of hair, like straight frontal wig by Nadula, and see what they say about it. But this hair is sponsored. I just wanted to say that really quick. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I pluck my wigs. This is my updated plucking tutorial. Actually, I'm going to be having 2 videos of me talking looking like this. So just so you know, I'm going to link my foundation routine as well. I just did my regular foundation routine and I put on some Fenty Stunner lip paint with a burgundy liner and a brown liner. I have to talk really fast because my room is really hot. You're going to see how I pluck my frontal. I'm going to show you in depth how I pluck it, and this is just my updated way how to pluck it without over plucking. And yeah, I basically pluck it the way I used to before because I started over plucking my wigs, so I had to do an updated one for you guys. So yeah, let's get into this video. Okay you guys, first I wanted to start off by showing you guys the correct way to put on your wigs. This is a pre-made wig. I did not make this wig, but I'm showing you guys how I pluck it. Also, if you want to get your wigs plucked by me, my email will be in my description box so you can send me your wigs. First, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take it out so I can show you guys fresh. You get your mannequin head, you get your wig. This is how the inside of the wig come. It has 4 combs and an adjustable strap. It is 13 by 4. That is the lace length at the front, and I'm just gonna put it on like so. So we're just putting it on like regular, making sure that it's in the middle, just how it will be on your head. You want to make sure that it's in the middle just in case you want to part it on your head or anything like that. So here I'm just pushing the hair back to make sure that the hairline is even. On your mannequin head there should be some lines of stitching, so you can use that as a guide to make sure that it's centered. So that's all I'm doing right here. I'm just making sure that it's nice and flat on the mannequin head, pulling it on both sides, just measuring it out. Then I'm going to go in and take my T-pin and pin down the front of the mannequin head first. So I'm pinning the lace down in the front, dead in the center first. So when that is flat, you're going to pull the side lace very snug. You don't want to pull it too tight, but you want to pull it tight enough where it's flat to the mannequin head. So that's all I'm doing right here, and I'm just pushing it back so you guys can see how flat it is. When you're holding it down, you want to make sure that there's no lace, like you want to make sure that the lace is not a lot. You want to make sure it's flat. I don't know if that's making sense, but it's making sense to me. Like, you want to make sure that the lace is flat. You can run your fingers through the hair and the lace is going to be smooth. So here I'm just going to stick that down, and on the other side, you see how flat that is? You want your lace to be this flat. On the other side, I'm going to demonstrate the wrong way to do it. So if your wig is looking like this, you know that it's not right. So if you just pin it like this, and you can see when I pull the lace, it's going to move back. You see that? You don't want your lace to move back like that. You want your lace to be stuck to the mannequin head like this. Flat and stuck. So I'm going to show you one more time how to do that. We're going to go back to the other side of the mannequin head, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So you're just going to remove that. You want to pull that lace down really snug. Make sure you're pulling it forward and down. Really snug. And you see how flat that's looking? You're going to stick it right there. And then I'm going to show you how to get rid of the flaps. Why is this plane flying? Okay, you guys. And now that your wig is looking like this, we want to stick down those little flappy areas right here. So I'm going to show you how I do that. All I do is I take it and I bend it, like I push my finger so it's flat, and I bend that flappy area over where I had my finger. So you guys can see right here, push my finger and then I stick it down like this. I don't know if that makes sense, but you basically just push all that lace up, and where the lace is all, like, you guys can see what I'm doing right here. Like, I just push it up and I stick it down. And it's nice and flat all the way throughout the mannequin head. This is exactly how you want to have your wig to pluck it. If it's any other way, it's going to give you problems, and you might poke the lace, because if the lace is loose, it's easier to like pull it and rip it, which you don't want. You want it to be nice and flat all the way through. So now we're gonna get ready to pluck. I like laying my mannequin head on my lap to pluck because it just makes me like I could see it better, and my mannequin stand is not a very good sport, so I need to get a new one. So this is much better for me. So all I'm doing here is I'm wetting the front of the hair with some water. I did part out the baby hair section because I do not want to over pluck the baby hair whatsoever. And all I'm doing is making sure that I'm putting my tweezers into the lace and pulling that hair out. So I'm starting row by row basically. So I just give me a type of row in my head. So I'm plucking the front row and then I'm moving my tweezers back into the hair. Make sure you're putting the tweezers really deep into the hair, because if you're not putting it really deep when you go back, you're going to be still plucking the front area of the hair. I hope that makes sense. So you're digging the tweezers into the hair and just pulling out from the roots. You don't want to pull from the hair because then you're just going to have little pieces of hair staying back because you broke the hair off. So you want to take your time and just pluck it like this going back. This took me a good 28 minutes to do now. So if it's taking you longer than 28 minutes and you're a beginner, you're doing perfectly fine. Just take your time, and once you're taking your time and you're looking really closely at every little detail of where you're removing the hair, you're going to be perfectly fine. You just don't want to pluck too much because you want that gradient effect, and you want behind the hairline to be a little bit dark to cover any like demarcation or anything. So that's all I'm doing right here. This is a very self-explanatory video. I just wanted to play it so you guys can follow it when you're plucking your wigs, and this will be very helpful so you can look at it and make sure that you're going right and you're doing fine. So I'm just going to play some music and you guys can use this demonstrational video to pluck your wigs.
You did me wrong, Keisha. All I ever wanted was a little piece of your time. Oh, Keisha. Did me wrong,
I told you guys we're plucking in rows. So when you're finished with the first front of the hairline, you're going to part it out so you're not over plucking it, and then start plucking behind that part. So everything is gonna flow. But after you get to like the second or third row, quote unquote, you want to stop and check your work. Make sure you comb out all those loose hairs and go on to the next section. I do my plucking in 3 sections, which is the both sides and the middle. And you just want to take your time when you're doing this so you're not over plucking whatsoever. And then you guys can see right here, I'm just combing it out to make sure that it's looking really nice how I want it to. And it is, because I love my hairline to be really natural but not too over plucked. Because at the end of the day, your frontals and your laces are going to shed. So when they shed, they're going to look more natural over time. So you don't want to do the most and over pluck them. I'm showing you both sides of the hair to show the difference. And just a little plucking can change your wig look tremendously. So you want to make sure you just take this extra few steps to plucking your wig. Right here, I'm going into the middle area and I'm just removing the baby hairs just to make sure I'm not over plucking them, as I said before. And I'm just going to start plucking them. Also, I also use my finger as a guide. You're going to see me put either my index finger or my thumb on the middle area because I was known for over plucking my middle part and having to go in and fix it over. So with this method, I don't have to do that. I just kill 2 birds with 1 stone by just making sure that I put my finger right there to tell myself, this is your middle part, do not over pluck it. And it works every single time now. So you guys are going to see me plucking the baby hairs. So I'm just making sure that the baby hairs are nice and natural, not too thick. And you want to look at this very closely and make sure you're not plucking too much, because if you pluck it too much, it's going to have like little bald areas, which you don't want. You want it to just be light but not bald, just like so. And then you comb that back and look how nice and natural this hairline is. I am going to be installing this wig glueless, so the link will be in my description box once that video is ready. But I just wanted to show you guys this really quick. I did go back in and spray some water just so I could see everything, and you guys can see that this side of the hair has not been plucked and this side over here has been plucked for 15 minutes. You don't want to rush it, just take your time. Because I do this so much, it takes me like a good 28 minutes to do the whole front of the wig, but you want to take your time to do this. And your wig should look something like this, and if it does, you know you're ready to install it on that side. So I'm just going in and I'm doing the other area of the head. Part out the baby hairs like regular. Make sure that everything is looking proper and ready to pluck. Just like so, brush it back. I did bleach, pluck, and tone this unit. You can see me putting my finger, how I told you, right at the middle part, so I know that I'm not going to overpluck the middle part whatsoever. This is a great tip for beginners, of course, or anybody in general. Make sure you put your finger on the middle part because you do not want to overpluck that. I learned this on my own. I'm just telling you guys what I learned. So that's all I'm doing right here. I'm going to play some music and I'll be right back at the end of the video.
Hold you down, I'll wait for you, cause I'm all the way in London town, tryna find you, I said good night, I'm gonna wait for you, wait for me too, cause I'm all the way in London town, wait.
Guys, so the video is almost over. I'm just going back in and making sure that I'm touching up any areas that I feel like is too thick for me. Just take your time and just look really closely at where the hair placement is and take out any bulky areas of hair. You don't want to overpluck the thin areas too much. As I said, you will get bald spots, so just take your time and look at where you want the hair to come out at, and that's basically it. You just want to move really slow, self-explanatory. I just wanted to say that really quickly. Okay, you guys, if you got to this part of the video, and if this is your first time visiting my channel, if you got to this point of the video, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Also, do not forget to share this video so other people can know how to pluck their wigs by themselves. And yeah, if you guys love this video, give me a thumbs up and I will greatly appreciate it. Okay, you guys, so this is basically the end of the video in the air, and I'll know you got to this part of the video. Thank you guys so much for your support, and I will definitely see you in my next video. Also, all the links to Nadula hair will be in my description box, so you guys know this hair is pretty nice. But if you want a detailed review on this hair, I will make one, so comment that down below as well.
Girl, I want to hold you down, I'll wait for you, cause I'm all the way in London town, tryna find you, I said good night.